Remain seated. After the faculty has been seated, you will hear pomp and circumstance. At that time, please remain standing until I ask the seniors to be seated. A few brief announcements. The graduates will be entering from the top, so clear the aisles around both sides at 6 p.m. Copies of the Marshfield Times Senior Edition will be handed out as you leave. Heritage Hall, which is right around the corner over here, will be open on the north side for families who have noisy or crying children. There is a video of the graduation ceremony being played in the Heritage Hall. Please do not remove the flower arrangements and plants and any other decorations from the stage area. Pictures are being taken by Mr. Alan Ledesma and will be shared on the community app, our Facebook page, and our website. Students will have one taken on the stage over here and one taken with their diplomas over by the flags. I would also like to thank Mr. Ledesma for the evening's program. Please take your own pictures and videos, but do not block the view of family members seated in the stands. Please do not block the pathway of the graduates returning to their seats. Please stand during the recessional and remain standing as the graduates leave the gymnasium. Please do not leave your seats until the last graduate has left the gymnasium. The reception will be in the parking area directly in front of the lobby. All the students know their exact location, so hopefully they told you where they'll be. All right, at this time, I would like to introduce the director of MHS Jazz, Symphonic, and Marching and Concert Bands, Mr. John Cruz, and he will provide an instrumental prelude for your enjoyment. Thank you.
When you bring out the steps to it, you bring out. One look taller.
Here we go. Please remain standing as the New Horizons, under the direction of Mr. Brett Aker, MHS class of 2004, sings our national anthem, and the MHS Coast Guard JOTC Color Guard, under the direction of instructor Mr. Brett Salter, present the colors. Class of 2026, please be seated. All right, joining me on stage are the Coos Bay Board of Directors and some of my fellow administrators. As I introduce them, please give them a pirate clap. Board member, Dr. Mady Rosengarten. Board member and former MHS principal, Mr. Arnie Roblin. Board chair, Mrs. Addie Hutchison. Coos Bay Secondary Director of Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment, and MHS class of 1992, Mr. Floyd Montiel. Coos Bay Schools Superintendent and MHS class of 1996, Mr. Gary Roberts. Coos Bay School District Special Education Director and Alternative Education Principal, Dr. Kayla Crook. Board member, Mrs. Kimberly Brick. And board member and MHS class of 2001, Mr. Kevin Dubasar. All right, so before we celebrate the remarkable accomplishments of the class of 2026, I'd like to recognize some important members of our community here tonight. First, our school is rich in tradition, over a century of alumni who've succeeded in science, the arts, the trades, athletics, and more. What stands out most is their willingness to give back. Many return, raise families, and strengthen our legacy. Class of 2026, you'll add to this legacy. Will all Marshfield alumni in the crowd please stand to be recognized? We also honor those who served our country. Some laid to rest in the Marshfield Pioneer Cemetery nearby. If you are a veteran or an active member of the armed forces, please stand so we can thank you for your service and your sacrifice. Next, we want to recognize the educators and staff who've guided these students. Current and retired Coos Bay School District employees, classroom teachers, support staff, and everyone working behind the scenes. Your dedication has shaped these young people. Please stand to be acknowledged. Finally, the heart of this evening, parents, guardians, grandparents, aunts, uncles, foster parents, and other adults who stepped up and supported these students along the somewhat long and at times tumultuous journey. You cheered them on, picked them up when they fell, believed in them in every step of the way, and tolerated endless laundry, mysterious snack requests, and the occasional late morning, afternoon, midnight, or really into the time of the day crisis. Your sacrifice helped them reach this important milestone. Would our families and caregivers please stand so we can thank you? All right, now I would like to recognize our students, their accomplishments, and the legacy they leave behind. First, our valedictorians and salutatorian. When I say your name, please stand and let's acknowledge them with a pirate clap. All right, Maya Aguirre, Mallory Ed, Abigail Erb, Charles Hatch, Rihanna Matthias, Kaylee Schroeder, Chandler Wyatt, and Angeles Gabriel Cooch. Our ASB has worked diligently all year to provide memorable events through prep assemblies, encourage students to attend events supporting their peers from the student sections, and increase school spirit through dress-up days and annual dances like homecoming and prom. Let's acknowledge our senior leaders with a pirate clap. President Devin Pedersen, Activities Coordinator Chandler Wyatt, and event coordinators Mallory Ed and Maitea Zatika. Good job. Thank you. All right, so the class of 2026 has excelled in the classroom. Many of them have taken advantage of over 40 dual credit or expanded option courses and 10 AP courses, earning nearly 1,800 college credits, almost all free, and it equates to over $200,000 in savings for this group. If you have earned at least one college credit or took an AP course while at MHS, please stand. Some of you earned more than a year's worth of college credits. With those of you who earned more than 45 credits, please remain standing. All right, you can sit down. All right. Many of you completed required advanced courses within core departments and maintained a 3.5 GPA all through high school. In doing so, you qualified for the honors diploma. With those of you wearing the honors stoles, please stand. We also have a group of students who are highly motivated to finish high school a year early and reclassified at the beginning of their junior year, completing additional credits over the course of the 25-26 school year. With the following students, please stand and let's acknowledge them with a pirate clap. Hunter Baker, Danica Gavain, Dallas Marcotte, Gage Saxon, and Annabelle Van Hoof. Give them a big round of applause. That's outstanding. The Avid Elective Program provides students an encouragement and support and encouragement to take rigorous courses during their time in high school while maintaining a strong GPA. Through tutorials and academic skill building lessons, these students have built a strong foundation for success in future academic endeavors, no matter their post-high school plan. Would the 11 graduates who took part in the program please stand? Thanks, Lane. And congratulations to Danica Scheibels and Caden Loper for being the avid elective courses all 4 years in high school. Congratulations. Each year, students within the senior class elect some of their peers to participate in the MHS charity program. This group, along with the coordinators, put on some individual and group fundraisers, as well as volunteer their time for the ARC Project, a program that supports local homeless students and their families. This group participated in the Trunk or Treat event in October, supported handing out holiday meals to families during Thanksgiving and Christmas, and provided countless hours at other events. At the winter pageant, participants demonstrated talents, answered some serious and funny questions, and performed a group dance. If you are an MHS Charity Program participant, please stand. And for the first time ever, we had a tie with the pageant winners, Chloe Runn and Madeline Croft, and partners Rihanna Matthias and Abigail Erb. So congratulations to them. Marshfield has other service groups who have provided hundreds of hours of community service. Our 11 graduating seniors of the Science National Honor Society put in over 330 hours of volunteer work the last 2 years alone, providing a literacy night at the library, teaching third graders about the body systems, a science night at sunset, fin clipping with fifth graders, and working at the Mayfly Festival. NHS, under the leadership of Charlie Hatch, Rihanna Matthias, Brittany Herrera, Mallory Ed, and Alicia Pottle, provide hundreds of hours of community service, including peer tutoring, supporting the Coos Bay Schools Community Foundation Spring Tea, the Marshfield Memorial Day Assembly, and various activities, including the Marshfield Pioneer Cemetery. Our Z Club seniors have participated in the Community 101 grant over the past 4 years, awarding $25,000 to local nonprofits and community organizations through an application and field visit process. If you are a member of the National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, or Z Club, please stand and be recognized for your efforts. Marshfield is fortunate to have offered 6 CTE or industry-based programs during the time these students were at Marshfield. The construction program built new benches in the main building, constructed additional PE storage in the main gym, and poured concrete for campus improvements, which provided valuable hands-on experiences. Our KMHS management team of Jesse Frichtel, Alex Dunning, and Camden Thomas, stand up, gentlemen, so people can see you. All right. Along with some of the last year's graduates, revamped the identity of the KMHS station by rebranding Pirate Radio to a contemporary pop station, which I'm sure some people loved. But if you didn't, it's their idea, so you know who it was. All right? They also provided DJ services for sporting events and local dances. In the computer science program, Bryson Seltzer earned his Network Pro certificate, and Alexander Franklin earned his PC Pro certificate. Gentlemen, stand up. If you participated in any of the CTE programs for 2 or more years or passed a certification assessment within manufacturing, construction, culinary, broadcast journalism, technology, computer science, or the health sciences, please stand. Many of our CTE students participated in Skills USA, which is a national nonprofit organization dedicated to preparing students for successful careers in trade, technical, and skilled service occupations, including health, engineering, and industry fields. The Skills USA competitors have seen a lot of success over the years. The following students were Skills State champions during their time at MHS. So please stand and we'll give them a pirate clap. Sarah Sowers, Dakota Blair, Gunnar Gorgon, Hunter Baker, and Jesse Frichtel. Also notable was Felix Bishop, placing second in state twice in health occupation competitions during her time at MHS, and she did it this year without even having an advisor. So congratulations, Felix. If you were a participant in Skills USA while MHS, please stand. Students have also participated in several local competitions like the Visions Art Contest at the Coos History Museum, SWAC Skills Day, or local welding and machining competitions. Rin Kewart was awarded the second overall best artwork at the Visions Contest this year, earning a 2-year tuition waiver at SWAC along with $250. Good job, Rin. Luke Bright was awarded the Coos Artists Association's Up and Coming Artist, a prestigious award that included membership into the association and the opportunity to display future artwork in their association events. So Luke, stand up. Where you at? There you go. Along with Rin and Luke, Shannon White also had artwork displayed at the competition that showcased artwork from schools as far as Phoenix School in Jackson County. So it's an absolute awesome accomplishment to do that. So good job, guys. Alexander Franklin was the Skills Day Trig champion, earning a tuition waiver from SWAC. Congratulations, Alex. And Bryson Harvey and Dallas Marcotte performed well in multiple welding competitions over the course of their time at MHS, earning some really nice prizes. So Dallas and Bryson, stand up so we can see you. If you participated in any of these local contests, the art contest, SWAC Skills Day, or other local skills competition, please stand. MHS has several competition clubs or groups that provide students an opportunity to compete outside of OSA activities and athletics. Our OBOB continues to excel in competitions, placing first or second in almost every tournament this year. In their second year of competition, the indoor archery team continues to excel, with graduating seniors Chris Martinez and Grant Sizemore as members of the 2025 State Indoor State Championship. There you go. Grant is also a 2-time state individual champion in traditional bow, which is really great. And it's really impressive. If you don't know what that is, it's like Robin Hood bow. So it's like really impressive. It's not none of the toys, right? All right. If you were a member, Uriah Henderson was the lone senior on the chess club and placed 6th in the state competition in Seaside earlier this year. Congratulations, Uriah. If you were a member of the Oregon Battle of the Books, Knowledge Bowl, Robotics, Chess Club, Bowling, OSET, Esports, or Indoor Archery, please stand. Academic clubs are also an important part of our community. The Madrala players put on 2 productions this year, Alice's Ventures in Wonderland and Bram Stoker's Dracula. The leadership of Tide Belzer, Shannon White, and Noah Watson were instrumental in the success of these productions, as well as several others during their time at Marshfield. Stand up, you 3. The Marshfield Times, under the guidance of seniors Rihanna Mathias, Malia Black, Maya Aguirre, and Mila Johnson, won 3 awards for Superior Overall Magazine in the state for Oregon Journalism Education Association. Please stand. If you are a member of the Drama Council or Madrala Players, CERT, Journalism, and Yearbook, please stand. MHS strives to be inclusive, providing all students a safe place to gather and meet, whether during lunch, before, or after school. They plan group trips, take students to conferences, or just provide fun activities throughout the year. 2 new clubs were added this year, the Asian American Pacific Islander Club and the Jewish Club. The Asian American Pacific Islander Club, the new clubs along with Latinx, Native Club, Black Student Union, and the Culinary Program provided a multicultural night in May, which provided cultural information about each of the groups and showcased cultural foods and dances. If you were a member of the Gay Straight Alliance, Latinx, Black Student Union, Asian American Pacific Islander Club, Jewish Club, Native Student Club, Pirate Underground, Youth Advisory Council, Young Life, or Pirates for Christ, please stand. Throughout the years, we've been fortunate to have guest students join our school community from all over the world. It has been a few years, but for the 25-26 school year, we had 4 students join us. Tobias Jost was from Switzerland, and Luca Bori from Italy left at the end of the first semester. But Francisco Curro Conradi from Spain and Oscar Niehoff from Germany were able to stay for the entire year and participate today. Stand up, gentlemen. Thank you both for joining us this year, and we hope your experience at MHS was positive and enriching. All right, within OSA activities, our students have been outstanding. Our band and choir continue to grow and provide some outstanding musicians. The marching band participated in a couple parades, and the jazz band performed at multiple events, including the Clam Bake Festival and at local elementaries. Band members Brittany Herrera and Alan Carbadal, please stand up. There you go. Qualified for solo state this year, and Brittany doing it for the second time in her 4 years. The concert choir and New Horizons put on several concerts, including a pop concert in January, under the outstanding leadership of Aiden Malaguti and outstanding vocalist Chris Martinez. The choir continues to press at competitions. The speech and debate team finished second this year at the state competition, putting another banner up in this building. Tide Belzer and Zeal Quant were instrumental in the success of this program. Stand up. There you go. If you are a member of one of the OSA activities, band, choir, or speech and debate, please stand. MHS has been very fortunate to have some pretty outstanding individuals and teams join the long legacy of athletic success at Marshfield over the past 4 years. This includes putting 2 state championship banners and 8 total banners above me during that time. Our volleyball team has placed in each of the 4 years at the 4A state tournament, putting 3 banners in the gym, 2 of which are state championships, one being the first ever in Marshfield high school history. Chloe Runn was a member of all 4 teams. Stand up, Chloe. And joining her are Mackenzie Fitzgerald Thornton and Anna Lamont, who are on 3 of those teams. After coming off a tough 2024 season, the football team made it to the state semifinals this year, and it was largely due to the leadership of this year's seniors. So as they call you, stand up, gentlemen. Jamison Batdorf, Bryson Harvey, Evan Bell, Logan Fry, Braden Caldera, Enoch Niblett, Jaden Tice, Hayden Whitcomb, Chandler Wyatt, Lane Olson, Devin Pedersen, and the first ever all-league female kicker in MHS history, Mallory Ed. Our boys golf team continues to see success with the Skyham district this year. Enoch Niblett placing 2nd overall in the district. Along with his fellow seniors, Lane Olson, Mason Ardall, and Seth Baugh, the team placed 4th in the state in a tough 4A classification. Gentlemen, please stand up. All right, for the first time in many years, we have wrestling state champion among the graduating class. Garen Castro won the 113-pound division at the 4A state championships earlier this year. Seniors Maya Aguirre, Myla Johnson, Malia Black, Nevea Godinez, Araya Tyre Galt, and Marina Mascarenas, stand up, ladies, were instrumental in our competitive dance team. The MHS Upbeats in bringing home a trophy from the OSA 5A to 1A state competition the last 2 years, placing third with their palm routine in 2025 and third with their traditional team this year. In the class of 2026, we have 3 4-year, 3-sport athletes. Devin Pedersen, Hayden Whitcomb, and Chandler Wyatt. Devin and Chandler saw success as both being a member of the semifinal football team this year and as members of the state runner-up 2025 basketball team. Chandler won multiple medals at the 4A state track meet, including 2 state championships as a member of the 4x400 meter team, which last year's team owns the school record and state 4A meet record. Congratulations. All right, if you participated in an OSAA athletics during your time at MHS, please stand. And if you were a state champion, remain standing. All right, finally, our students will be taking many different paths starting tomorrow. Some will be attending college, some will be attending trade schools or apprenticeship programs, some will be joining the workforce, but we have one special group that I feel it's important to acknowledge, our students joining the military. When I call your name, please stand. And let's celebrate him with a pirate clap. Melanie Rodriguez Gomez, Air Force. Patrick Lee, Army. Dwayne Hobson, Coast Guard. Isabella Johnson, Coast Guard. And I got to say, those two are also inaugural members of our first ever Coast Guard JROTC program. So thank you both for doing that. Cage Kuhn, Coast Guard. Jacoby Sauce, Marines. Jaden Tice, Marines. Joseph Herring, Navy. Bobby Adams, Coast Guard. And Valerie Barrett, Army. As a proud Army veteran, I want to express my gratitude for your upcoming service to our country. And the best advice I can give you is keep your head down. All right, so now, for the last time addressing you all, and I promise I won't say check your email, because they've heard that a million times for all year. It has been truly an honor to be your principal for the last 4 years. During this time, or this year, or maybe just the past few months, because some of you don't check your Google Classrooms or even go to advisory, you have spent time putting together plans for what comes next. Enrolling in college or trade school, stepping into the workforce, or enlisting into the military. We call it the 3 E's: enroll, enlist, and employed. The mission of Marshfield High School. This plan is worth celebrating. However certain you feel about your next step, this is not the finish line. It is the starting line of a new race, one with changing rules, unexpected turns, and checkpoints you don't know existed. You may think you've got it all figured out. You probably don't, and that's more than okay. It's the point. I'll be honest with you, I changed my major 4 times, eventually leaving my first college halfway through my senior year. At one point, I found myself staring at a mountain of tuition bills, and at 21, I made the decision to join the Army because they had a really sweet student loan payoff deal. So those decisions weren't always comfortable. They were, however, mine, and they taught me more about who I was and what I could handle than any single class or plan ever could. Life will continue to throw obstacles and inspirations at you almost every day. Sometimes those obstacles will be a flat tire on the way to a job interview. Other times it will be a setback that feels as big as your whole future. At sometimes, inspiration will arrive in the idea in the middle of the night, a teacher or mentor who believes in you, or a chance conversation from a high school senior like Paulina, Tori, Melanie. And I will really miss you guys coming into my office and telling me all the great stuff about how my school should go a little bit better. So expect both, prepare neither, and learn from both. Here are 3 things I hope you take from your time at Marshfield. Stay resilient. Resilience doesn't mean you won't feel tired, scared, or confused. It means you keep moving forward anyway, step by step, call by call, application by application. When plans derail, resilience helps you adapt, revise, and try again. It's not dramatic, it's steady persistence. Embrace failure as a teacher. Failure is not a mark of who you are. It's information about what didn't work. When you fail, ask what you can be learned, not who to blame. Reframe setbacks as experiments, data that guided your next choice. Some of your most valuable lessons will come from things that didn't go as planned. Celebrate the wins, big and small. In our busy lives, it's easy to rush past victories to go to the next goal. Pause. Throw a party for progress. Whether it's finishing a course, landing your first job, or simply getting through a hard week, recognize it. Celebrating fuels your momentum. Before I close, one piece of practical advice from someone who's been through detours: keep asking questions of yourself and others. Update your plan often, ask for help when the map looks confusing, and don't let the fear of making the wrong choice prevent you from choosing it all. Choices are how you learn what fits. Class of 2026, you've already shown resilience, creativity, and heart. Carry those qualities forward. Be kind to yourselves and to one another. Turn failures into lessons and lessons into progress. And when you reach a moment of joy, celebrate loudly that someone else can hear you and be inspired to celebrate for themselves. We are proud of you. We believe in you. And remember, once a pirate, always a pirate. Thank you. All right. Please welcome the Coos Bay School District Superintendent, Mr. Gary Roberts. Mr. Gary Roberts, with his message to the class of 2026.
Good evening, graduates, families, staff, and friends. It's a privilege tonight to be here celebrating the Marshfield High School class of 2026. This is a meaningful moment for me because 30 years ago this week, I was sitting out where you were as a member of the Marshfield High School class of 1996. Looking at all of you tonight brings back a lot of memories. Some things have changed over the past 3 decades, but the experience of graduation has not. I remember the excitement, the uncertainty, and the feeling that life was about to begin in a whole new way. For those of you in the audience who may have knew me, I wasn't the most impressive student, so I also remember walking across the stage, getting my diploma, going down the ramp, and praying that when I opened up the sleeve that the diploma was actually going to be in there, which, just, spoiler alert, it was. I also remember listening to the principal at the time and now current board member, Arnie Roblin. During our graduation, Mr. Roblin shared a simple but powerful message, Carpe Diem, which is Latin for seize the day. I was paying attention, Mr. Roblin, in case you were wondering. 30 years later, I can tell you that those 2 words still matter. Life moves faster than you think. The opportunities you don't take, the risks you don't pursue, and the dreams you postpone are often the things that you regret the most. When you have a chance to learn something new, take it. When you have the opportunity to help someone, do it. When life opens a door, walk through it. And when you see a dream worth chasing, don't wait for the perfect moment. Seize the day and go after it. Tonight marks a milestone for you, but it also is something even more important. It is a fresh start. Each of you arrived here at this moment on a different path. Some of you made the most of your opportunities at Marshfield. Others may feel like you're still trying to find your way in life, and that's okay. But here's the good news. When you all exit this gym tonight, every one of you leaves with the same incredible gift, the future. And that future is wide open in front of you. Your next chapter has not been written yet. So my challenge to you is simple. Maximize your experiences, pursue your dreams, and remember the same advice given to me by Arnie Roblin 30 years ago. Carpe diem, seize the day. Don't settle for what is comfortable when something greater is calling you. Take risks. Chase what you want. Never give up on something that matters to you. Don't be afraid to climb a hill when the easier path is to go around. Don't be afraid to knock down a door when someone tells you it can't be opened. And most importantly, lead with your heart. The world needs more people who are willing to care, to serve, and to make a difference. As you move forward, remember that dreams do not have expiration dates. Whether you are 18, 48, 88, continue to be a dreamer. Continue to believe that your best accomplishments may still be ahead of you. 30 years ago, sitting in those seats as a Marshfield graduate, 30 years after sitting in those seats as a Marshfield graduate, I'm still chasing dreams. I've been fortunate enough to accomplish some goals that once seemed far away, but I'm still looking ahead. In fact, I still have one dream that I'm still chasing every day. That's the great thing about life. No matter how much you've achieved, there's always another hill to climb, another challenge to pursue, and another dream worth chasing. Class of 2026, you have already achieved something significant tonight, but this is not the finish line, as Mr. Ashton pointed out and stole my line. This is the starting line. Go boldly, dream big, make the most of every opportunity. Take risks, seize the day, and never stop believing in what is possible. Class of 2026, we are proud of you, and we can't wait to see where your journey takes you. Thank you.
Please welcome the Coos Bay School District. Speaking on behalf of the Coos Bay School Board is Mr. Arnie Roblin. Mr. Arnie Roblin with his graduation message.
This is an exciting night for me. It's been a while since I've got up in front of this group to talk to people, and I need all of your help. I will raise my hand at a particular times, and I would like everybody in the audience to look at their student that's out there, look them in the eye, and say, "We believe in you." Welcome to the 2026 graduation celebration. As a current Coos Bay School Board member, a proud parent of 3 former Marshfield graduates, and a former Marshfield High School teacher and principal, I'd like to highlight this special community event by saying, we believe in our graduates. In this audience, we have parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, as well as former teachers, administrators, neighbors. All are here to honor you and to deliver the message, we believe in you. In the 1990s, community members came together to create the Marshfield High School Scholarship Program. And now, with generous donations, there is over $11 million, providing over $500,000 in local scholarships every year forever, because we believe in you. In the 1940s, the community members created the Marshfield Student Loan Fund. There's about $350,000 in that fund. It is available for any Marshfield graduate who wants to get a low-interest loan to go back to school at any time in their lives. Why? Because we believe in you. As you move on to the next stage of your life, always remember that generations of Marshfield graduates have continued to believe in the graduates in this place. So keep in contact, drop by to update us about your lives. We cherish the opportunity to be here for each and every one of you. An interesting fact, when I was principal, Oregon state law requires that we keep our records forever. That's your transcripts. I asked them, what does forever mean? And they said, a minimum of 300 years. So for 300 years, we will have a copy of your transcript right here at Marshfield High School if anybody wants to come and check on it. So as you pursue your dreams and move into your life's adventures, never forget that we believe in you. And with that, I would like to say, as I have said so many times before, once a pirate, always a pirate.
Thank you, Mr. Roblin. I am pleased to introduce the student speakers with their graduation messages. Our first student speaker is Mallory Ed. Mallory is the daughter of Amelia and Trevor Ed.
So, apparently, we're supposed to have our lives figured out by now. There's an unspoken timeline. Freshman year, survive. Sophomore year, start to feel comfortable and integrate into school culture, hopefully. And junior year, you're supposed to have everything planned and set up. And senior year, if you still don't know, yeah, good luck, I guess. No pressure or anything. And then there's that question I know we've all heard way too many times. What are you going to do after high school? Not once either. Every adult, every family gathering, every random conversation. And at first, I tried to give a real answer, the one that I actually, felt was the truth. But after a while, I got tired of it. So, I just started saying, be happy. After high school, I'm going to be happy. And every time they'd pause like, okay, so what's your actual plan? But honestly, why isn't that a good answer? Because if high school has taught me anything, it's that you don't have to figure it all out by yourself. You figure it out through people, through friends, the ones that made school fun, the ones who had your back, and even the ones who didn't stay long but still taught you something. Through school, sports, jobs, group projects that tested your patience, teams that made you step up, and moments when you realized who you are and who you're going to be isn't a straight line. All those little interactions, they change you. So maybe the goal was never to have everything figured out by senior year. Maybe it's just to keep figuring it out, because we're all leaving here different people than when we arrived. And we're still changing. We're going to meet new people, learn, switch directions, probably more than once. So yeah, I don't have everything figured out. I mean, I actually do have a bit of a plan. I want to be a teacher. There it is, the judgment. Every time I say that, people look at me like, if I could read minds, I would bet you that they'd be going, ugh, why? But hey, hold on. You've told me that I have to have a plan my whole life, and now I finally have said plan, one that I like and I'm happy with, and you think I should change it? But I guess that's kind of the point. You're never going to make everyone happy. So instead of just having the perfect plan, maybe it's better to actually have one that means something to you. Because at the end of the day, I don't need everything perfectly mapped out. I just need to keep growing, keep learning from the people around me, and yeah, still be happy. And honestly, that sounds like a pretty solid plan to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mallory. Julietta Folk. Julietta Folk is the next representative of the class of 2026. Julietta is the daughter of Daryl and Shannon Folk.
Being a high school student is difficult, more difficult than most people remember. Most people remember the sparkling nights of homecoming and prom, exciting football games, and adventurous field trips. But the truth is that there's more to school than that. There's relationships to navigate, shifts to work, tests to study for, classes to pass, and ultimately, life's obstacles that may take a hurdle or two to overcome. In April of 2023, my dad was diagnosed with chronic lymphocytic leukemia, a type of cancer that affects his blood and immunity. Just months before this diagnosis, we had also survived our family's restaurant, Daryl's Devil's Food, which a lot of you may know, burning down. And because of all of this, we had to abandon our plans of opening a new restaurant. Even after so much time of effort and remodeling the business and everything, we had to put a pin in it. Later that summer, after my dad's diagnosis, Mr. Ashton approached my dad with the opportunity to rebuild the culinary program that Marshfield once had years ago when he was its professor at SWAC, and he accepted the offer. Even after being diagnosed with blood cancer, my ambitious dad set out to build a cooking curriculum like no other. He hurdled his obstacles. He kept going. The year my dad taught at Marshfield was my favorite school year. And even though we both struggled, we still pushed through and made it with the help of each other. My dad was my best friend that year of high school. And even when I didn't have a single friend to hang out with, he would hang out with me. We designed a classroom and a kitchen together, and we called it home. And I hate to say it, but I didn't realize the place could hold so many memories. Memories of excitement, frustration, and anticipation. My hero showed me that it's okay to step off from the main path and take a detour. There have been many times where I've seen Dad fall, but he always dusts himself off and gets back up, right up to trekking along the trail of life. His resilience never fails to amaze me. It is something that I want to embody. To everyone listening, keep trying your hardest each day and striving to be the best version of yourself. Resilience is key. Dad is one of the most successful people I know, and it's because of his resilience. He continued to show up each and every day despite how he felt or what he was going through. I'm so grateful to be standing here today on this stage and have not only my dad, my mom, my sister, and my grandmother watching too. I would also like to thank the teachers and staff who took their time to not only understand myself, but my situation. Your support means the world to me, and without it, I wouldn't have been able to make it the past 4 years. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Julietta. Our next student speaker is Seth Baugh. Seth is the son of Sam and Andrea Baugh. Want the stool?
Yeah. Parents, guardians, teachers, and administrators. It's my pleasure to speak on behalf of the class of 2026. Graduates, let's take 10 seconds to remember those who have put time in for us. And parents and guardians, think of those who helped you win in those late nights, because heaven knows where these kids would be without those people. I will watch the time starting now. And that's time. As I have said before, this road and milestone has not been easy to get to. There has been late nights and many, many different places we thought we would not be. One thing that comes to mind when I think of the people who have invested in me is the story of peaches or apricots or fruits like that. Bees will often come and sting the fruit. I'm not sure if this is a fable or a fib that was told to me, but oftentimes the bees will die, leaving behind a little pin mark on the fruit. And that mark helps the fruit ripen faster and be sweeter when it is ripe. This bee that stung the fruit has left behind something impactful on the fruit. And that's what all these people in the stands have done for us today. If not for them, we would not be here.
Thank you, Seth. Serene Dorfmeister is the next senior to join us on stage. Serene is the daughter of Jesse and Lena Dorfmeister.
Hello, everyone. Will everyone named Mike please stand up in the audience? Everyone named Mike? Anyone named Mike? Well, anyway, that's my mic check. Thank you. Today, I'm going to be saying a poem called 13 Ways of Looking at Senior Year. Sitting in a classroom, looking at the wall, wondering if we're ever going to graduate at all. Due dates approaching, motivation leaving, and my brain just hurts when I need to keep thinking. As a freshman, I wouldn't believe that senioritis was really a thing. Procrastination, frustration, and ADHD medication. I don't want to do this work, but if I don't, my grades will face a deformation. Going to class feels like a chore because every day is such a bore. Faking skip days and skipping class. I never did those things, if anyone asks. Missing class was so much fun until I realized my grades were buns. 75% is my new average score, which makes me not want to go to school anymore. Test after test, assignment after assignment, I may be getting more sleep, but my grades are in desperate need of refinement. Speaking of my lower scores, my homework keeps piling up more and more. The teachers don't understand the terrible sickness we are going through. It's like, come on, Mr. King, another FRQ? With the increased pressure to try our best comes the increased spending of our hard-earned money chest. They do say everything has an equal and opposite reaction. They are definitely not a distraction. McDonald's, Taco Bell, and DQ, during the school year, you've definitely seen me at the drive-thru. Even with our McValue meals, the price of gas and Advil is certainly not ideal. $95 almost every single week. That could at least be 15 Dutch Bros drinks? On another note, saving money is a skill. Scholarships can help with that, or so they tell. I apply, I wait for hours and days. Is all that writing going to be repaid? Once the due dates are met and the scholarships were done, my brain feels like all mushy and numb. Now I can finally think about decorating my dorm. I really can't think about my thoughts that'll actually transform. But before you go to college, you have to choose what to study for your career and not to confuse with something you do just for the money. But as my Chinese parents say, it's doctor or lawyer, your choice, honey. Now that we are graduating, I do have to say, my senioritis has still not gone away. I want to procrastinate, but this time not for homework, but to postpone the thought that I will have to start actual adult work. All jokes aside, this has been a great experience. However, this next year will quickly get serious. As each day passes nears the end of the year, this thought alone puts me in eternal cheer. All of the homework, due dates, and walking up the stairs, I'm not that out of shape, I swear. As the end slowly approaches, I do have to say, one of the saddest parts of graduating today is the people I'll miss and the lasts we've had. Even these juniors make me feel like someone's granddad. Even though I am glad to move on, a little part of me wishes I won't be gone. The lunches, the laughs will forever be in my memories. I just wish they could make this year into a documentary.
Thank you, Serene. The next representative of the class of 2026 is Cristina Rodriguez Aguirre. Cristina is the daughter of Agustin Rodriguez and Raquel Aguirre.
Good evening, teachers, faculty, proud families and friends, and most importantly, Marshfield High School's class of 2026. I am Cristina Rodriguez Aguirre, a proud first-generation Mexican-American high school and community college graduate, and I'm honored to be delivering a speech in front of you all gathered here today to celebrate the success of my fellow classmates and me as we receive our high school diplomas. When I was first intrigued by the idea of making a speech, I second-guessed myself many times, questioning if I was worthy of speaking up here tonight. I don't believe I made much of an impact on my community. I wasn't in any sports. I wasn't a leader of any club, and I didn't build connections with many of you. But throughout this thought process, I was reminded of something. Everyone has value. It's easy to compare ourselves to those around us and begin to question our own accomplishments. But I'm here to remind you to not focus on others, because you are your only competition. No matter where you are, the path you choose, or where you end up, it all has a purpose. Even if you feel you didn't make a large impact these past 4 years, you still made a difference to those around you, and will continue to do so in the future. While many seem to focus solely on walking across the stage, I want us all to recognize the hard work and dedication it took each of us to reach this moment. To everyone sitting before me, I'm incredibly proud of you because I know how challenging this journey has been. And as we move forward, it's important to remember that our grades and attendance do not define who we once were or who we are. We define who will we become. I would like to thank all the teachers and staff who went out of their way to support us in our times of need, and give a special shout out to Mr. Johnson, Mr. Ainsworth, and Mr. Munoz. Because of your guidance, I was able to push through difficult academic challenges and moments where I didn't know what the future held for me. Thank you. The next part of my speech, I would like to do in Spanish as a tribute to the Hispanic families here today and my family, who I didn't tell I would be making a speech today. La siguiente parte de mi discurso la haré en español, en dedicación a las familias hispanas que están aquí presentes y para mi familia, a quienes no les dije que iba a estar aquí hablando enfrente de todos. Creo que hablo de parte de todos mis compañeros hispanos cuando digo lo agradecidos que estamos de que nos hayan guiado por este camino. Aunque ustedes en algún tiempo también necesitaban ese mismo apoyo. Sabemos que llegar a un país con solo sus sueños, unos cuantos pesos no es nada fácil, pero mírenos ahora. Nacimos de sueños que cruzaron fronteras, pasamos materias en escuelas que no entendían nuestro idioma y hoy cruzaremos este escenario, todo gracias a ustedes. Este logro va para mis abuelos, tíos, primos, amigos y quienes nunca dudaron de mí en llegar hasta aquí. Y en especial a mi mayor fuerza y motor, mi mamá Raquel Aguirre y mi papá Agustín Rodríguez. No puedo empezar a expresar lo agradecida que estoy por todo lo que me han dado. Dejaron a sus hogares, a sus padres y hermanos y a sus vidas para que yo tuviera la oportunidad de ser alguien más en la vida. Me han enseñado a ser fuerte y a nunca rendirme, incluso cuando todo se sentía difícil. Gracias por cada consejo, cada sacrificio y cada regaño que me dieron, que me han moldeado en la persona que soy hoy en día. Quiero que sepan que no estoy aquí simplemente por mi esfuerzo, sino por las manos cansadas de mi papá y su deseo de haber tenido un trabajo que no fuera bajo el sol. Estoy aquí para cumplir los sueños de niña que tuvo mi mamá de seguir estudiando. Este logro no es solo mío, sino de ustedes también. Orgullosamente puedo decir que he podido cumplir el sueño que trajeron hace años desde México, el dichoso sueño americano. Los quiero mucho. Y por último, me gustaría tomar un momento para darle gracias a Dios. Lastly, I would like to take a moment to thank God. Sin Él, nada de esto sería posible. Without him, none of this would be possible. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2026. Dios por delante.
Thank you, Christina. Charlie Hatch is the next graduate speaker. Charlie is the son of Sarah and Brent Hatch. Want the stool, Charlie?
Good morning, everyone. Or, sorry, not good morning. Good evening. Thank you for all being here and for coming to support us and celebrate our accomplishment. So this is a long anticipated and exciting and a pretty emotional day for everyone. It's been like 6 or 7 years in the making since junior high. And as we go from this graduation into the next part of our lives, we need to make some important decisions. And so I just want to share some thoughts on a poem that is particularly appropriate as we go into this next part of our lives. So the American poet Robert Frost once wrote of two roads in his poem, The Road Not Taken. This poem says, "Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet, knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference." So this poem talks about two roads in a forest, yet it can also remind us about what a truly important decision we have before us. As we graduate and go out into adult life, we're going to be coming to many forks in the road where paths diverge and we need to make decisions. How are we going to choose where to go and what to do? The last part of the poem, I think, gives us the answer. It says, "Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." So take the road less traveled by, whether that's saying hi to that person nobody else does, or going after your dream career that you don't know if you can do, or finishing a project that you've always wanted to but never could. Whatever it is of a million things, I encourage us all to take the path less traveled by. That will make all the difference. I am super grateful to the people who have made this possible for us. I'm super proud of everyone here. I wish everyone good luck, and I can't wait to see where we all end up in life. Thank you.
You want it? Thank you, Charlie. Our next speaker for the graduating class is Maya Aguirre. Maya is the daughter of Joe and Amy Aguirre. You want the stool?
No, it's fine.
Huh?
No, it's fine.
You want it?
No, it's okay. Thank you.
All right. Want to pull that down a little bit? There you go.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Family, friends, teachers, and my fellow graduates. Standing here today, it's easy to think this moment is just about finishing high school. But for me, it's about the journey, and especially the people and moments that shape me, who I've become along the way. One thing I've learned throughout this journey is that sometimes it only takes one person to change your whole life. For me, I've been lucky enough to have more than one. Todd Tardy, you were always there for me in ways that went beyond just school. You listened, you supported me, and you showed me what it looks like to truly care about somebody. That's something I'll carry with me forever. Mr. Post, though I never took one of your classes, you never failed to make me feel heard and seen when I came to your classroom crying. You listened to my drama, held me accountable, and always gave me a tissue when I was having one of my meltdowns. Thank you for supporting me through it all. And of course, I have to thank my parents. You've always been there for me, supporting me every step of the way, even when you didn't quite understand why I needed to get all A's all the time. You kept telling me, these are good, and I always kept thinking, well, hopefully we never have to find out. But seriously, thank you for your constant support, your patience, and for always believing in me, even when my standards might have been a little intense. I couldn't have done this without you. Another big part of my journey has been learning the value of hard work. I've worked really hard throughout my time in school, late nights studying, trying to stay up on top of everything as a two-sport all-year athlete while balancing clubs and AP classes. It hasn't always been easy, but it's been completely worth it. And yeah, sometimes that meant I became that person people wanted to sit next to during a test or glance over at for answers. And while that might sound funny, it also reminded me of something important. The work you put in matters, not just for the grade, but for who you become in the process. I've learned that real success isn't about shortcuts. It's about showing up, putting in the effort, and staying committed even when it's hard. And that's something I want to carry with me into the future. And as I move forward, my goal is to keep working hard, not just for myself, but for the Lord entirely. To use the gifts and opportunities I've been given to serve others, to grow, and stay grounded in my faith. And if the work I put in can help others along the way, whether that's through encouragement, support, or even being someone they can count on, then that's something I'll always strive for. And to the future students who will walk these halls after us, I just want to say this: find your person. It might be a teacher, a coach, or even just one good friend. You don't need everything figured out, and you don't need a huge circle. Sometimes all it takes is one person who believes in you, who supports you, and who helps you see your potential. Because one person can truly change your life. And I know that because it happened to me. Looking back, one of those moments that shaped me most happened during my freshman year. At the time, it didn't seem like a life-changing moment. It was just a question, but it stuck with me in a way I couldn't ignore. Mr. Carlson asked me something that made me stop and really think about where I was in life and what I wanted to do. That one question challenged me, and in a way, it felt like a calling, like I was being pushed towards something bigger than myself. Today, I can confidently say that decision changed my life. Being here gave me more than just an education. It gave me a place where I was challenged in an environment that didn't feel familiar, a place where it wasn't always easy to show my joy, my faith, and my love for Christ. But I quickly learned that I didn't have to hide who I was or what I believed. Instead, I was encouraged to grow in it. Mr. Carlson, I want to take a moment to speak directly to you. You probably don't even remember exactly how or when you asked me that question, but I do, like it was yesterday. I remember how it made me feel seen, like someone actually cared enough to stop and ask where I was headed. At that point in my life, I needed that more than I realized. You didn't give me all the answers, but you gave me something more important. You gave me a reason to think, to choose, and to step into something better than that was honoring to the Lord. That moment helped me lead to Marshfield, and because of that, it helped me shape me into the person I am today. So truly, thank you so much for asking me, do you think I should go to Marshfield or Riverview, but taking the time to care. And as we step into this next chapter, we're all heading into different directions, but I hope we leave here remembering this: the impact you have on others matters. You never know when a simple question, a moment of encouragement, or just showing up for someone might change the course of their life. And for me, it did. And above all, I hope you never forget that you are loved by Jesus more than you can imagine, no matter what the world tells you, no matter the doubts you face, or the labels others try and place on you. His love for you never changes. Thank you to everyone who helped us get here, and thank you, Class of 2026, for being part of my journey. And now I would love to pray over us all as we go our separate ways, if you guys don't mind. Lord, I just thank you so much for the opportunity to come here today and speak your truth into these peers that I've grown up with since even kindergarten, Lord. And I just pray that you would have a hedge of protection over us each and every day as we go our separate ways. I pray that you would just continue to have our light shine bright in this dark world. I pray that you would give us hope in our separate journeys that we are taking each and every day. And Lord, I just pray that we would continue to seek you daily and rely on your truth. In your name, amen.
Thank you, Maya. Our final student speaker tonight is Rihanna Matthias. Rihanna is the daughter of Natalie Smith and AJ Matthias. You want the stool? Sure.
Hello, class of 2026. What a good-looking bunch. I'm excited to see what the future holds for us. This is a time for us not only to figure out what we want to do with our life, but what kind of person we want to be if we haven't already. I encourage us to be kind, be brave, have integrity, and be a friend. All of you listening are now my friends if you weren't already. And as my friends, I think I need to tell you a little secret. I'm still 17, and I won't be 18 until October. I've always tried to hide that fact and was embarrassed about it, but now that I'm leaving, why not expose myself? If you're wondering how it happened, I started kindergarten early. I don't think it's actually something to be embarrassed about. I was always younger than everyone else, not only with the people in my grade at school, but at home being the youngest of 6. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't change my class or my family for the world, but I do think it left me spending a long time trying to blend in and be like the people around me. I'll give you an example. In 6th grade, I really wanted a hydro flask. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it was the trending water bottle at the time. All the cool kids had it, and maybe if I had one too, I would fit in more. Well, for Christmas, I got a water bottle, but it wasn't a hydro flask. So I was like, okay, this is fine. I'll just make it a hydro flask by painting the hydro flask logo over the other one. Now let me tell you, this looked nothing like a hydro flask. And you want to guess what water bottle I painted over? It was a Stanley Cup. Yeah. So I tell you this story because it represents how covering up yourself to try to belong is simply not worth it. I believe that everyone was made the way they were for a reason. So instead of trying to be someone else, we should try to be the best version of ourselves that we can be. One of the biggest things I learned in high school is to not worry about the things I can't control, and that includes other people's opinions. You're always gonna find haters, but even though it might take some searching, you'll also find people who uplift and motivate you to be a better version of yourself. The people who are gonna judge you for doing the right thing or for being yourself are the people whose opinions you should not be concerned with. I know I couldn't be standing here today without an amazing support system. I love the chance to be that support for other people. I think being kind has brought me the furthest in life so far, and I won't let the world change that about myself. The world can be hard and cruel, but we'll get through it. I mean, we've made it this far, right? How much harder could it get? Class of 2026, each one of you has incredible potential, and I hope you see that in yourselves. I know that our generation can make a big impact. So I say to you, be the good that you want to see in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Rihanna. Each year, the students vote on a staff member they connected with during their 4 years to address the class. Class of 2026, I would like to welcome Social Studies teacher, Mr. Garrett King, to the stage. If you didn't know, it is a surprise. They don't know, so.
To start, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to the class of 2026 for giving me the honor of being your graduation speaker. It was not easy keeping this from you because despite not reading your history textbooks, you can read me like one. And before I get too far, Brooklyn, no, I did not use AI to write this. The bad jokes are mine and the memories ours. When I stood on the stage 3 years ago to deliver a commencement address to the class of 2023, I was not sure that I would ever feel a connection to a graduating class. I'm happy to report that that fear was unfounded. This class has had a major impact by reminding me in so many ways that teaching is never a two-way street. Coaching basketball for 6 squirrely 7th grade girls during a pandemic taught me that 1, patience is a virtue, not one you are born with, one that you learn. But often that camaraderie and fun are so much more important than winning, or indeed getting to play a real game or in a real gym. Z-Clubbers have taught me about the power of continuing to show up as they have grown the club from just a handful to a room full of members and given away close to $25,000 to our community over the last 4 years. This group of scholars has taught me young people can handle so much more than they or others expect. We went from offering only a small number of AP classes to having a wide selection, and this class signed up for them in droves, which as someone who spent high school avoiding AP classes whenever possible still confuses me. Over and over again, this group taught me the value of being able to laugh at oneself, as you have spent a fair amount of time making fun of me for being a dork or a dweeb or a nerd, and I regret to admit that most of the evidence is pretty convincing. It truly warms the cockles of my heart, reflecting on this group and all the laughter and fun we have had. But what this class has taught me the most is the power of acceptance and even friendship across real differences. This graduating class includes people with a wide range of religious beliefs, backgrounds, personalities, and politics. Yet I have rarely seen those differences turn into judgment or cruelty. More often, I have seen the opposite. Students who might not seem likely to be friends, proving that people are more complicated and more decent than the neat categories that our society often tries to put them in. In a divided world, this class has practiced something that many adults are struggling to remember. You can disagree with people without dehumanizing them. You can see the world differently and still share a classroom, a team, a joke, a community, and yes, even a friendship. This is one of the reasons that public school is so important. It reminds us of what we as a nation aspire to be, a place where people from different backgrounds and beliefs are treated equally, asked to share the same space, and expected to find a way forward together for the betterment of our world. As you leave a school system where you had to communicate and collaborate with people who see the world differently and enter a world where it is easy to surround oneself with those of whom you already agree, do not forget the value of staying open. Keep accepting and befriending people who are different from you. Keep looking for the humanity and goodness, especially in those who you disagree with. Listen closely and stay open to contrary ideas. Be willing to admit when you are wrong and be humble when you are right. I hope you'll remember that kindness and acceptance are not weakness, that being willing to listen, change your mind, forgive, compromise, and care about people who disagree with you is not a lack of strength. In many ways, it is a test of strength. You have proven over the last 4 years that people with differences can still work together and care for each other. Keep leading by example as you step forward into adulthood. It is an example I resolve to follow in my own life. Class of 2026, you have left a mark on this school and you have left a mark on me. I will miss your humor, your energy, your kindness, and yes, even the roasting. But more than anything, I will remember the lesson that you taught me, that people can have real differences and still be friends. Congratulations, class of 2026. I am so very proud of you and wish you all the best.
Thank you, Mr. King. Please welcome Mr. Brett Aker, choral director, and the MHS Concert Choir to sing the Irish Blessing. Thank you, Mr. Aker and the MHS Concert Choir. Please welcome to the stage 8 of the 9 seniors who have earned their associate's degree from SWAC, and Rebecca Jaworski, SWAC College Now High School Advisor and Partnership Coordinator, to say a few words about this group and present them with their diploma sleeves.
As was said, I work at SWAC. I'm an academic advisor, and my primary advisees are high school students from Brookings to Reedsport, Powers, and a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, spring, when these guys were all sophomores, I kept getting emails and phone calls asking to meet with me to talk about getting an associate degree. I'm like, what's going on at Marshfield? Why are so many people interested in this? And it turns out they just spread the word amongst each other, and here we are. So to get this degree, these students had to take basically full-time college while going to high school. They've earned 90 credits and an Associate of Arts Oregon transfer degree, but we didn't do it alone. I really want to thank all the teachers at Marshfield that teach dual credit. I want to thank Mr. Ashton for all his work, and also I want to thank Mrs. Martin for all her work putting in that info and working with all the forms. It takes a lot of communication. I want to thank the counselors too. We have to communicate, we have to work together to make sure all requirements are met for high school and college. And I want to thank you guys. You're amazing, you inspire me. I always try to talk students out of this. I'm like, it's too much, don't do it. Why? And some people just continue to persist, and these are some of the persisters. So I am very happy to present your Associate of Arts Oregon transfer degrees this evening.
So Alan's right there. So, yeah, so if you want to just stand right there, and I'll announce it, you can hand it, and Alan will take a picture. All right, so let's give him a pyro clap as I announce. Jasmine Gabriel Cooch. Angelus Gabriel Cooch. Maya Aguirre. Cristina Rodriguez Aguirre. Julieta Folk. Alicia Pottle. Brittany Herrera. Serene Dorfmeister. And unable to attend tonight was Isabella Braymeyer. All right. Oof, okay. Tonight, we honor a member of the class of 2026 who could not be with us, Divik Nielsen. Divik Nielsen, there we go. A beloved student at Blossom Gulch who left us far too soon while in second grade. While he was unable to finish this journey alongside his classmates, Divik has remained a constant part of the class through his many friends. To recognize Divik's place in this graduating class and to celebrate the bond he shares with our community, we would like to present an honorary diploma to his mother, Monica Wiest. We have saved a seat for Divik and placed his picture among his classmates as a reminder that he belongs with them tonight. So Monica, on behalf of the Marshfield High School students, staff, and families, we present this diploma with our deepest sympathy and enduring affection for Divik. In memory of Divik, the Blossom Gulch community and Divik's family raised $3,000 that was presented as scholarships to 3 students in the graduating class. So I'd like to acknowledge them with a pirate clap. Chloe Runn, Alicia Pottle, and Maya Aguirre all received a $1,000 scholarship. So thank you. All right, so it's time to distribute some diplomas. A few announcements. If you wish to take pictures, you are welcome to do so, but please be aware of the graduates leaving the stage as well as families and guests seated in the bleachers. Do not come down to the floor as you'll be blocking our photographers and parents taking pictures and videos. Upon completion of the graduation ceremonies, there will be a reception in the parking lot for all graduates. Please allow the graduates time to exit the building before you attempt to congratulate them. You may recognize our seniors with a pirate clap as they proceed across the stage to receive their diplomas. Out of respect for all students and their families, please do not use air horns or other artificial noisemakers to recognize your student. Other parents and family members cannot hear the name of their student when devices are used. All right, now it is with pleasure that as principal, on behalf of the faculty and administration of Marshfield High School, I present to the Board of Directors of Coos Bay, the class of 2026. I hereby certify that they have met all state and local graduation requirements. Members of the graduating class of 2026, first row, please stand and step forward to receive your diplomas. It is my pleasure to introduce Coos Bay Schools Secondary Director of Curriculum Instruction and Assessment, Mr. Floyd Montiel, who will be reading the names of the graduates. I hope so. Right? That's your list?
Hope so.
Hope so. Okay. I hope so too. All right. So, hey, actually, if you guys
Okay, ready? Maya Grace Aguirre. Cristina Maritza Rodriguez Aguirre. Mallory Ann Ed. We've said that plenty of times tonight. Mallory Ed. Abigail Margaret Erb. Charles Wayne Hatch. Jackson James Richard Stovall. Rihanna Joy Matthias. Samantha May Howell. Kaylee Amara Schroeder. Felix Marie Bishop. Chandler Barry Wyatt. Mackenzie Faith Fitzgerald Thornton. Angelus Faye Gabriel Cooch. Jasmine Irene Gabriel Cooch. Devin Marlowe Pedersen. Lane Lamar Olson. Julietta Adora Folk. Irene Palati Murray. Brittany Herrera Sanchez. Alyssa Diane Pottle. Serene Lena Dorfmeister. Camilla Ray Ford. Maitea Faye Zatika. Bryson Lee Harvey. Braden James Caldera. Jameson Ryan Batdorf. Mila D. Johnson. Marina Gisela Mascarenas. Emerson Janae Stallard. Tripp William Caro. Jesse James Frichtel. Alexander Pierce Dunning. Nikayla Rose Smith-Bacon. Tori Lynn Thorsgaard. Anna Lou Lamons. Brooklyn Amelise Barbaran Rice. Fernando Ramirez Reyes. Melanie Jasmine Rodriguez Gomez. Chloe Lalani Run. Mason Neil Ardall. Madeline Ann Croft. Georgia Jamie Stewart. Olivia Faith Shield. Autumn Sophia Leffler. Hayden Gregory Whitcomb. Jaden Matthew Cruz Tice. Isabella Rose Grabinger. Garen Castro. Violet Marie McGuffin. Angel Manzanares. Luke Allen Bright. Alyssa Danielle Henry. Caden Robert Loper. Danica Mackenzie Scheibels Edwards. Shalia K. Ladon McCohen. Arabella Ann Horseman. Hunter Allen Baker. Gage Michael Darwin Saxon. Dallas Page Marcotte. Gabriel Jacob Jimenez. Araya Don Tire Galt Hoops. Nivea Marie Godinez. Azra Sky Beckett. Blake Michael Powell. Ashley Samuel Ailey. Mika Paige Keister. Grant Allen Sizemore. Sage Lee Quant. Daisy May Seeger. Annabelle Corrine Van Hoof. Noah Watson. Shannon Elizabeth White. Harley Lynn McGowan. Isabella Rose Johnson. Traven Robert Caro. Trayton Spencer Forbes. Gavin Richard Lee Chalmers. Alexander Hawken Banks. Dakota Christine Blair. Sierra Jane Sowers. Sydney Elizabeth Davis. Katerina Marie Cantrell. Alan Emilio Cabadal Jr. Marcus Lee Kolosik. Paulina Vasquez. Abigail Laura Perez. Bobby D. Adams. Aaron Ray Corbett Sinnott. Taylor Ann Elizabeth Brown. Malia Rose Black. Fabian Dominguez. Uriah James Henderson. Chance Ray Carr. Enoch David Niblett. Arabella Danielle Keywert. Dakota May. Samuel Seth Baugh. Wesley Robert Muffett. Oscar Niehoff. Francisco Sanchez Conradi. Chris Snow Vieira Martinez. Valerie Martha Barrett. Bentley Randall Boyd. Mackenzie Paige Christensen. Joseph Dale Herring. Nathan Russell Buell. Evan Scott Bell. Logan Matthew Shipman. Riley Sheree Button. Jalen Ray Moore. Danica Benet Gavain. Chloe Stone. Mason Christopher Tice. Jacoby Michael Sauce. Tegan Daniel Tice. Salvador Michael Kyoto. Benjamin Joseph Sinatra. Benjamin James Brooks. Joseph Reuben Buhner. Dwayne Ray Hobson. Alexander James Franklin. Kara Lynn Butlin. Aiden Thomas Malaguti. Coleman Miles Yates. Aldo Perez Cruz. Aiden Neil McNamee. Nathaniel Brian Brady. Bryce Voldemort Wilson. Sky Guadalupe Rodriguez. Aviana Jade Ryan. Cameron Anthony Pennell. Zyler James Whitmer. Logan Wayne Fry. Ethan Leland Perez. Elias Epifania Magdaleno Perez. David Catarino Perez. Sarah Jean Martin. Mariana K. Velasquez. Michael Raymond Cerwillo. Bryson Aaron Selzer. Melvin Ray Rowlett IV. Patrick Michael Lee. Aiden Myron Bradley Gilmore. Gunnar Lee Gergen. Skylar James Belzer. Desmond Aiden Dresser. Camden Stephen Thomas. Braxton Joseph Earl Smith. Sean Howard Sanderlin. Christian Lyle Roy Watson. Cage Magnus Kuhn.
Class of 2026, please stand. Welcome to the stage, the class of 2026 students of the year, Madeline Croft and Chloe Runn. All right. Yep, when you guys are ready. All right, graduates, find your way to your seats. Not yet. Stand up. Stand up. All right, class of 2026, please be seated. Audience, please stand and remain in your places until all the graduates have left the gymnasium. Reminder, the reception will be in the parking area directly in front of the lobby. For the last time, class of 2026, please stand. Graduates, on behalf of the staff, we wish you the best. You are now excused.
we can go. Hey, Kayla.